6:30 on FS1. And then Saturday at home against number 19 Utah at 7:30. Coach?
Big week for the Huskers. I'm worried this mask isn't working because I can smell that pizza down there on the second floor. We survived the weekend. We got better as the weekend went on. We're starting to look like a volleyball team, and you're starting to get in a rhythm. So that's good. You know, a lot of that starts with Nicklin, and thought she just got better Saturday as the day went on. Creighton, I don't know what they're ranked this week, but I'd vote them second. So they've had the most impressive preseason up to this point of anybody besides Texas. So we got our hands full. It'll be a great challenge. I'm sure there'll be a great crowd up there tonight. Thing that I always am thankful for and admire and respect is, you know, we've got two basically top 10, top 15 volleyball teams going at it in the state of Nebraska. And then you throw in Nebraska-Omaha, who had a phenomenal weekend, even though they were 1-2. But man, they played great volleyball. They took 2 teams to 5, including us, and then beat Georgia. So what a great weekend for them. Just makes me proud to be a part of Nebraska volleyball in this state, from YMCA all the way up to the Division I colleges. Now, I think the other thing is Utah Saturday, and we've had some great matches with them. They have a great player. Danny Drews is worth the price of admission.
Questions?
Have you got to see much of Creighton? Like, what stands out about them?
They're just very balanced. They play good volleyball like they always do. They're very balanced attacking. You know, the freshman setters is doing a really nice job. You know, so I mean, they played great. I mean, the Kentucky match wasn't even close. So just and that was at Kentucky. So it's, like I said, it's going to be a great challenge for us.
Done out of all the things you try to accomplish in a season, you know, win a Big Ten championship, win a national championship. How do you value the Creighton game and trying to beat them?
Well, originally when we played Creighton, it was just to try to help their program, and now it's become great matches. I mean, 2018 we had a 5-gamer. 2019, I think here we went 4 really close games. So this has become, I mean, like I said, it's a celebration of volleyball. A lot of in-state players, 2 great teams going at it. I mean, Creighton's been very close to getting the Final Four. I mean, I think it was, again, I can't remember what years, but I mean, they were right there against Minnesota a couple times, and so it just shows you the level of volleyball in the state, and Kirsten's done a great job of building that program, and you know, they're a national contender.
Are you pleased with where the team is developmentally wise for this point of the season?
No.
What are you actually that we're actually even a little behind the curve, or we're?
I feel like we've just started getting a little bit of a rhythm on how we want to play. We're still trying to figure out who goes where. Nicklin's, you know, basically 10 days behind. So I combine all those things. I mean, we have a really high upside when we figure it out. So I know that, and so that's why I'm not happy or satisfied right now, because I know what our upside is, and we haven't done that over a long period of time yet. We've done it in bursts, but not for a long match like we'll have to do Wednesday night and Saturday.
You've done that. You've done some speaking events with Kirsten. Did an NET show last year. What is there anything you respect about how she approaches that Creighton job and how her teams play?
Well, I think they're always really well coached. I think she maximizes her players really well. What they're good at, like. Marissa Wilkinson, I mean, they played her, kind of moved her all over the place, found ways to make her successful. So I think she's really creative. You know, they serve, block, and defense, which is great, and which, you know, I think is, you know, how you win matches, and you know, they compete.
There's always a lot of red at the Nebraska Creighton games. How important it is for Husker fans to get really involved on Wednesday?
Well, I don't know who's what the crowd numbers are or anything, but you know, we got 8,000 people that want to see us play that don't get to see us play in Devaney, so there's probably 8,000 going up there. And then one of the reasons we go up there is that our fans in Omaha or Council Bluffs or Western Iowa, they get a chance to come see us play. It's also an opportunity for a lot of young girls and high school players to come and see us play, because obviously the CHI up there seats a lot more people. So it's a great atmosphere. I mean, last time we played there, I think it was 14,000, and it was great. So it's great. Again, it's a celebration for these volleyball programs to be able to play in front of that on a national stage on Fox TV.
What's the value for your young players getting able to play in an arena like that, considering what you might face in the postseason?
It's great. That's why we're doing it. So we gotta get used to that, and then next week we're going to Stanford. So we got to put them in those situations so they learn how to manage.
What's the biggest challenge? It's just communication when there's so many people involved and the noise level is a little higher than what you're used to at Devaney?
Yeah, I think I think it's just more staying in the moment. It's a bigger arena. You got the big screen up there, so there's just a few more distractions. They sell beer there. I'm always looking up there, wondering who's up at the beer garden. Like if Tommy Chattel is up there, or is he really watching the match?
You mentioned last week you wanted to find more ways to work in Akana and Knuckles. Have you found something over this weekend that you like with that, or are you still looking?
We're still messing with it, but we got them in a lot, and they bring a great energy, and they play relentless defense. We have 4. If you look at Nicklin, Roddy, and those 2, those are 4 elite defensive players. Elite.
How has Kinsey kind of handled the adjustment of being the libero, being on the court almost every rotation, to kind of downsize that role? How do you think she's handled it?
I think she's handling it great. I've never seen her play so free and be so happy and enjoying it. And she loves to hit, and we're still developing that. So I think she loves it.
Did you have to talk to her about kind of change expectations or the role change?
The conversation was, you're competing for libero, and if you don't get that, you're going to compete to play back row if you're one of our best passers, defenders, and servers, because that's how we build it. And so either way, this is how you can get on the court.
Speaking in general, what's the biggest positive you've seen out of the freshmen so far, and where's the area you want them to grow the most still?
One, to be more consistent. They do really good things, but they've got to be consistent. Night after night, day after day in practice. And it's always a struggle with freshmen. I was looking back through my old practice notes a couple years ago, and same thing. I go through there and, good practice, but freshmen struggled, So they've got to learn how to grind every day. That's the biggest challenge.
John, do you think you'll continue to sub?
All ranked teams here the last 2 weeks. How do you feel about how the schedule ramps up?
I like our schedule. It's now we're getting into ranked teams and playing on the road, so it just the ante goes up. So we got to use that to take our level up and bring out the best in us.
You think you're going to continue to sub as much as you guys have been, or would you like to maybe start to settle in on a more simplified lineup?
I'd like to get a more simplified lineup, but I don't know if we're there yet. You're still, and that's what preseason's for. But by the Big Ten, we got to be in a pretty consistent lineup.
How do you keep it all straight? It seems like you guys are bringing somebody in almost every rotation.
Whiteboard. Write it out on the whiteboard. All right?
Coach,
Yeah.
how does a matchup like this make a statement to possibly bring the NCAA tournament, to Omaha?
Well, it's huge. That's why we just, Omaha had it in 2020, supposed to be there, and then it's coming back next year. So when they see 14,000 up there in Omaha watching a college volleyball match, I mean, we want to fill arenas for the Final Four, and so it's a celebration of the. I think Nebraska is the heartbeat of volleyball in this country, and those are examples of it. Okay, you guys have a good day. Thanks.